Welcome to van tour number 49. This is a 170 extended Sprinter 3500. It is actually just a rear wheel drive, and this is our family van layout with the bed lift system in the rear. So let's go in for a full tour. In the front, you also get extra storage in this layout. So we do have an upper cabinet above the bench seat, and then our standard headliner shelf, which is made out of white oak, ties in beautifully with the rest of the white oak finishes in this van, with the wonderful Hideaway headliner shelf cover, which just keeps everything contained in there. We do put an angle on our headliner shelves, but stuff is still prone to kind of come out of there, and this just protects everything. Also gives you extra storage, little zippered pockets on the front. We do have a fixed window on the driver's side to give the people riding here a little bit of a view, and we have our metal strips on the back of the window frame with straw foot window covers there that magnetize to that, so you get blackout privacy at night, even with the beautiful white oak window frames that we build. Now, really quickly, let's talk about this flooring. I absolutely love this flooring. A lot of our clients do too. This is the Lawn Seal Lawn Ridge flooring in the cream color. We call it cookies and cream in the shop. And it's so durable and easy to clean. You can literally scrub it with a scrub brush and wipe it down. It's functional and beautiful because we did so many white oak finishes with the white oak uppers, the white oak slat ceiling, white oak lowers. Having the floor be a lighter color tone really keeps it light and bright in here, even with all of the wood details. So let's move to the back of the van. Next up, we have their interior wet bath with the separate urine diverting toilet. We build all of this in one waterproof enclosed space so that you don't have any water issues or mold or water damage down the line. We are big fans of keeping everything that's wet in one area. Now, we do have a video on our channel about different toilet options. Obviously, clients get to pick all their finishes, what kind of toilet they want, if they want a bathroom or not. We've had a few clients who have not put a wet bath in, but for families, we find most of them want to have a toilet, especially if you've got young kiddos, so that you have an easy place to go if you're kind of off the grid somewhere. So we have the Palisade vinyl wall tile, a white shiplap ceiling, and beautiful brushed nickel shower fixtures. And then it's all enclosed with the Nautilus self-cleaning retractable shower door. On the outside, we trimmed it all out in white oak. Again, just way more durable than having white paint on kind of your high touch surfaces that you walk by a lot. White oak is such a strong, durable wood. We have a Rubio finish on it, and it just looks gorgeous. It's one of my favorite things that we do in our vans. Next up, we have their beautiful kitchen. So we have some shaker style doors underneath the sink, 3 large drawers for storage, a 49-liter isotherm fridge, and then on this side, which we'll talk about in a minute, we have a 55-liter isotherm freezer. Let's come back to the kitchen for a minute. So we've got our upper cabinet storage here with these beautiful white oak shaker fronts, a herringbone style backsplash, which actually one of our clients about 2 years ago did the same backsplash. And when these clients came, she saw a picture of it and she's like, I just want that, and I want the same fabric for the benches because the colors tie together so nice. I love herringbone. It looks so beautiful. It's definitely a little bit more time intensive to install, but we nailed it on this one. And in the backsplash, we do have an outlet. A lot of people are probably wondering, where's the cooktop? We don't build them in typically unless the client really wants it. They can pull out their induction cooktop from a drawer, plug it in, set it up, do all their cooking, and put it away. Another tip that Alex and I did all the time is we actually used an air fryer. So we're big air fryer cookers when we're out camping. You can pull out your air fryer. It actually fits great in the bottom drawer. Plug it in, do all your cooking. It's so easy and simple, and then just put everything away when you're done. We also have a timer switch here, which is for the hot water heater. So you can click this, set how long you want the water heater to be on, and then it'll automatically kick off when that time is up. That way you're not unnecessarily drawing extra power when you don't need to be using your hot water. Didn't even really talk about the sink here. We do have beautiful Corian countertops with an insert, which just can be also used as a cutting board. You can double as like, oh, I have a few dirty dishes in there, and you can cover it up. We have nice inserts in this sink. This is actually a Rivati sink. It's an undermounted stainless steel, and then the beautiful brushed nickel faucet. One other thing in the kitchen that we did for these clients that we don't typically do is we actually put their S-bar diesel heater switch up in the upper cabinet because they have small kids, and this is really easy for kids to turn on and want to play with, because we typically put our other clients' heater switch here at the end of the kitchen. So to resist the temptation for the small children to turn on a heater when you don't want it on. We put that up in an upper cabinet so that it's away from where they can get to it. We do have our water pump switch here at the end of the kitchen, as well as our main lights on a dimmer switch, and then another outlet that they can use at the sliding door. Moving toward the back of the van, we do have this floor to ceiling cabinet. As I mentioned before, this does have the 55-liter isotherm drawer freezer. Again, a fan favorite for me and Alex when we had the same exact layout. For our family, it's so easy to put extra snacks and frozen treats for the kids into a freezer, and then like I said, you have an air fryer, so it's really easy to cook frozen stuff. We do have extra storage here in this floor to ceiling cabinet, a little bit of storage down at the bottom. The wheel well does come into play, so it's boxed in a little bit down there, and then their electrical control panel is above that. Now moving to the rear of the van, this has the Happijac bed lift. So for reference, I'm 5'6". I can't quite stand under here, and there are some layouts out there that are popular where this Happijac bed lift system is actually in the front of the van. One of the reasons why we don't typically recommend that is because you can't really walk under it unless you're maybe like 5 foot tall. But if you're standard like 5'6" to 5'10", this isn't exactly van life height friendly. It does really drop your ceiling. But in the rear, this is typically just a hangout space, so it really works back here to be able to still have that functional space where you have a place to sit, eat, play games, all that fun stuff, and then this converts to an almost king-size bed, and the bed above is about a queen-size bed. So back here, a couple of things that our clients are loving in 2025 are these new Van Windows Direct windows. So these actually have a built-in screen and blackout shade on them, and then they fully open to the outside so that you can get nice fresh air back here. On our last van, we actually had fixed windows in the rear, and it could get a little stuffy back here, so having these windows that open in the rear is really functional and really nice so that you can get some air moving back here when you're sleeping at night. We do have the AC unit located right in front of this so that at nighttime, when you have the bed set up, you can still get that air from your air conditioning if it's hot outside. So for the fun part, we will go ahead and convert this bed into the bed down here and bring the bunk down, and we do have a ladder that you can access the top bed up above. So in the back here, we have our convertible table dinette space that creates an almost king size bed. And then when you're ready to set up for bedtime, you would convert this bed down below, and at the push of a button, you can drop the Happijac bed lift down from the ceiling. We do also have a ladder that you can climb up there and get all cozy, and a nice dimmable light for all the lights on the ceiling here you can control from this upper bed.
On the exterior, we did a few upgrades, especially on the suspension system. This is a 170 extended 3500. It's actually the super single, which means it comes from the factory with just one wheel on the back versus the dualies on the back. It's really nice because it gives you a little bit more room in the plumbing and electrical compartments of the wheel well section. So with this, we went ahead and did the Van Compass Striker 2-inch lift kit on the front and the back. It's nice because it gives you just a little bit more clearance, especially in the back. And to help with the clearance in the back, just to lift the butt a little bit more, we also added the OptiRate leaf spring from Van Compass. We didn't do anything on the wheels and tires on this rig. We did add the running boards for ease of climbing in at the sliding door and the driver's door as well. Up on the roof, this is a roof rack that we have not used before. This is actually the Sandy Van's modular roof rack. Now, we opted for this roof rack particularly on this van because the clients requested a really large powered awning. And this is a great one that's at a really nice price point to be able to install a 13-foot Carefree powered awning. So they've got a ton of shade that they can have on the side and really create a comfortable campsite-like environment when they're out with their family. On this side of the van, you can see that we also use the Sandy Van side ladder so that they can climb up. They do have room up there that they could add some additional storage. Up top, we have 400 watts of rich solar installed on the roof rack, so a ton of solar power. And also we have the WeBoost on their overland mount, so that can be flipped down or flipped up so that they don't worry about hitting that antenna when they're going under trees and things like that. We kept it simple on the back of this rig without a lot of exterior features. At the back, we have our standard shore power plug, which is mounted on the driver's side of the hitch back here. For their water fill, it's actually accessed through this rear storage compartment, what we call our U-bench. And then they do have an outdoor shower mixer as well built into the driver's side rear bench. They have both hot and cold water that can come through this. So for kind of the tech specs on this van, it has 810 amp hours of lithium battery power. So that's 3 Battleborn GC3 270 amp hour batteries. So a ton of power that allows them to run their Dometic RTX 2000 12 volt air conditioner. For climate control, we also have a Max Air fan and an S-Bar S2D2 diesel heater. So we've got tons of battery power. We have a 3000 watt Victron inverter charger. We've got 60 amps of alternator charging using 2 Victron DC to DC chargers. And we also have the Victron Links. It's a full Victron setup and everything runs through their Serbo GX touchscreen. So you can read the whole thing through your cell phone, which is pretty awesome. For the plumbing side, we've got 33 gallons of fresh water built into the driver's side here in the back. And we also have a 2.5 gallon Bosch 120 volt water heater, which like Sarah talked about, is connected to that timer switch up in the front so they can turn it on and have hot water in as little as 10 minutes. So they've got enough water, enough power that they can take this van and go wherever they want. They are not limited to simply being at campgrounds, which is basically the request of all of our clients. They don't necessarily want to be on BLM land, but they want to be able to go where they want to go and not have to worry about RV hookups. For gray water tanks, we have 3 separate holding tanks. We have one for the sink, one for the shower, and one for the toilet, and those are all connected using 12 volt ball valves on switches that they can use to drain and dump responsibly. We love how this van turned out. The Happijac bed lift system is an awesome feature for families with young kids who want to be able to travel and have the versatility of a sleeping space and a hangout space in the back of the van as well. So we love working with young families. This is build number 49, which is totally crazy for us to be at this point 7 years later after building vans for custom clients. And let us know what you liked about this van. Leave it in the comments down below. Any questions, drop them down there as well. And we'll see you guys next time.